Number 4, explain why liquids assume the shape of any container into which they are poured, whereas solids are rigid and retain their shape. Okay, so basically, the question is asking what this picture is depicting. They're basically saying that why do these liquids with these atoms, these red balls or atoms, why does this liquid take the shape of the container? Meanwhile, the solid has a very rigid, stacked appearance, and the solid does not go to the ends of the container. Why is that? Well, this has everything to do with the kinetic molecular theory. Now, kinetic molecular theory just talks about these atoms in terms of movement and vibrations. Now, let's talk about the solids. So a solid, which is represented as an S on balanced equations, they say that this is a crystalline solid, which just means that this solid, whatever it is going to form like a crystal-like appearance. So you could think of it as like table salt that has like that crystal whitish glow to it. But nonetheless, it's a solid. And solids, since those atoms are very, very close together, there is no movement between the atoms. The atoms are not able to move past each other. So the atoms, we'll just write that down. Atoms are not able to move past each other. But according to the molecular theory, they have to do something, right? Nothing is ever definitely not moving. But the thing that the solids have is that there's no movement, but there is just vibrations. So mainly, if I have a solid atom and it's combined with a solid atom, and what I can do here is I'll just outline the two of them, but you can clearly see that they're coming in contact with each other. They're very, very close. But what's going to happen is they're just going to vibrate close to each other. You see that? So just picture that both of these are kind of like vibrating with each other. But do you see how it's not like passing over the atom? Nothing's going on. Nothing's moving. All that these solids are doing is they're just vibrating next to each other, but they do not have enough kinetic energy to move past them. And that's why the difference comes down to the liquid. The liquids, since liquids are able to move, they have enough kinetic energy to move past each other. So the atoms are able to move around, we'll say. So if I just draw the two atoms again, and maybe what I'll do, we'll start them off very, very, very close. But since these atoms have more kinetic energy, they're able to get around and start moving and going different places. They will stay relatively close to each other because it's a solid and not a gas, but the atoms will be able to move freely. So maybe we'll go, maybe we'll just show that they can move. Solids, though, however, they just have those vibrations, and that's why they stay put. So let's see if we answer the question. Explain why liquids assume the shape of the container into which they are poured, whereas solids are rigid and retain their shape. Has to do with movement, and since those atoms are able to move around in the liquid, they will assume the shape of the container because they are only able to move as much as the container is. So like if I just put this over here, I can't move outside the container. So I'm just going to move to the walls of the container, and that's what it means to assume the shape. I hope that this helps. Let me know in the comments. Thank you so much for viewing the video. Subscribe to the channel, and I look forward to helping you in future questions. And I hope you have a great day. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.